I am going to talk to you today about a mealy-mouthed Republican Senate candidate named Dave McCormick. Dave McCormick wants to be senator in Pennsylvania, and he gave, depending on how you count them, 3 to 5 different answers in 9 seconds. In 9 seconds. 3 to 5 different answers in 9 seconds as to who should decide about reproductive rights, the legality of abortion and family planning services. Depending on how you count them, and you'll see what I mean, you can pick from 3 to 5 answers as to who should decide. Take a listen to this.
You called the overturning of Roe v. Wade a huge victory for the protection of life. You've also stated that decisions on abortion should be left to the states, allowing each to set its own laws. A woman is a woman no matter where she lives. So what is your reasoning for supporting a system where a woman's access to abortion is dependent on her state of residence?
Well, this is obviously a very polarizing issue. I'm a father of 6 daughters, and I believe that it's so polarizing that courts shouldn't decide, judges shouldn't decide, people should decide. And there's very different views across states. So I believe it's a states' rights issue.
There you go. Courts should decide, judges should decide, people should decide, states should decide. And when he says states, it could be the voters of a state, or it could be the state legislators of a state, or it could be state level judges or state level courts. There's actually probably 6 or 7 different answers here. These are in conflict. Now, if you press them, they would go, well, courts and judges are the same thing. They're really not. You could be talking about judges as individuals, or you could be talking about a state judicial court or a court as an institution. Judges as individuals and courts as institutions are 2 different things. You could go to a court made up of 3 judges and say, hey, what would your opinion be about this if you were just deciding as an individual? And then you could go to them and say, as a 3-panel review board, how should a court decide on this issue? When you say ask the people, of course, it's should we be asking the people of the state or the people federally? Well, he says it's at the state level that it should be done. Okay, so then should it be state legislators that are ultimately deciding or the people in a state? And if you look at Roe v. Wade and what happened there, you see how this conflicts. The Supreme Court decided, but the people wanted it by a larger margin than at any point in history. And yet the judges that are on the Supreme Court, 3 of whom were selected by Donald Trump, nominated by Donald Trump, decided no more Roe v. Wade. That was in direct conflict to what the people wanted. Not in every state, but certainly nationally, as Roe v. Wade was more popular at the time it was overturned than at any time during the history of Roe v. Wade. These are not just, it's easy to look at Dave McCormick. Let's look at him here. Where is this guy? Here he is. It's easy to look at this guy and say, he's merely a doofus. He's merely confused. He's trying to have it every way. But these are really horrible people because we have the statistics and the data on women who are going without care, women who have died, horrible stories of needing to travel if you can even afford to do it, but needing to travel for family planning and contraception or even termination services because of what judges or courts or states have decided in this vacuum that formed after Roe v. Wade's repeal. So, I've said before that reasonable people can disagree over what the right top tax rate should be. Reasonable people can disagree about whether an abortion would be right for their family. Part of being pro-choice, which I am, is that if there are specific people who say, hey, you know what? Here's my medical situation. In an informed and free and open way, I've evaluated my options and all of the options are possible. And I've decided I'm not comfortable with abortion. Congratulations. Being pro-choice means that we respect that. It's not, this cartoon that many people on the right say about leftists trying to force abortions on people. Choice means I respect and recognize that for any reason, right? It could be for religious reasons, if that's what matters to you. You could Take Trump's stupid reason. Trump claims that he's now against abortion because he met a kid he liked. I don't believe him for a second, but if you met a kid you liked and it changed your view on abortion, I mean, listen, it sounds dumb, but you're entitled to decide however you want for yourself. But when McCormick does this, it's all fine, whatever states decide, judges, people, courts, it's not just theoretical that people's lives are on the line. And some people have indeed lost their lives because of this attitude. It's disgusting. I love my Helix sleep mattress. I've been sleeping on Helix mattresses for years now, which is why I asked them to be a sponsor. You actually take their famous sleep quiz, takes just a few minutes to answer questions about your sleep preferences, body type, sleep position, whether you have back pain, and Helix will match you with a mattress that's perfect for you, which is really unique and helpful because a lot of people don't know where to start when buying a mattress. I certainly didn't. Their newest collection of mattresses, called Helix Elite, come with a built-in Glaciotex layer to keep you cool at night, an extra layer of foam for pressure relief, and thousands of extra microcoils for best-in-class support and durability. All of their mattresses ship right to your door, totally free. They come with a 10 or 15-year warranty, and you get 100 nights to decide if you like it. My audience also gets a whopping 20% off all orders, plus 2 free pillows. Go to helixsleep.com/Pacman and enter code HelixPartner20 at checkout. The link is down below.